Hi, and welcome to Ask an Expert. I'm Suzanne Hepburn. Grant Rayford of Delta, BC wanted to go behind the scenes at SkyTrain, so here I am. Later on, I'll be stepping out onto the sky bridge high above the Fraser River. Should be interesting. I wanted to find out how they kept the SkyTrains from bumping into each other without any drivers. Hey, are you driving this train?
No.
Who is?
I am.
So to find out about who drives this, I was led here to the SkyTrain Control Center. Doug Kelsey's offered to show me around. Oh yeah, Doug is the president and CEO of SkyTrain. Hi, Doug.
How are you?
So, how do you control the SkyTrain cars?
Well, actually, it's that little girl you saw driving the train car was the one who did it originally. No,
Good.
I'm just kidding. There's an onboard computer on every single car, and they're communicating constantly back and forth with directions, signals, parameters for safety. So they're having an ongoing dialogue all the time. If the computer ever breaks down or shuts down, or you have interference on the lines, the train just comes to a safe stop.
So, what exactly goes on here in the control center?
Well, if you can look around the control center, you'll see all kinds of different cameras, TV monitors and such. And we have over 747 cameras throughout the system that actually track, not so much the train movements, but actually track operational security issues, keeping our passengers safe, if you will. Some passenger calls in with a question or an issue. It allows us to respond and actually, in a lot of cases, get a good visual on their circumstances in and around in the stations. As well, over my right-hand shoulder here, you can see all the trains moving, and it shows you the different size of the train cars. It shows you what direction, what stations they're pulling in and out of. So it's here where the computers aren't taking care of an ongoing business, where it's the human intervention can supersede and make changes as accordingly.
How do you keep the trains from bumping into each other?
We have what we call a rolling block. In most freight railways, for example, they're called a fixed block technology. So, for example, if my train is in this space X, then until I finish leaving that space is mine. In this technology, which is really neat and unique around the world, this type of technology, it's almost like you have a cone of safety protection around the train as it moves. So you don't have any defined geographic area, but the fixed block is tied to the surrounding the train.
Right.
And so shortly after the train leaves, and this is what is very unique, is within 80 seconds, up to 80 seconds, our next train can arrive. Right now in peak hour, rush hour, we run trains from Waterfront to New Westminster stations at about 108 seconds on average. So if you try to do that in a freight railway or even a commuter rail, which I also run West Coast Express, the closest you can ever come is several minutes.
Right.
So it allows for that technology and that safety protections within the software, within the technology, has all those safety precautions taken into consideration. It allows high frequency, high density, and tremendous flexibility. And I want to show you something very unique for the region. Most people pass through it, but they never get to spend any time up there. I'm going to take you to the Sky Bridge. So sit tight, enjoy the ride, let's go.
So tell me about some of the safety features on board the train.
In the train, we've got, in fact, if you looked over your shoulder, we have a yellow strip that, in case any of our passengers are looking for assistance or they see something happening in the train that makes them feel uncomfortable, they just touch that yellow strip. Now, an alarm is not going to go off that they would hear, but an alarm will go off where we just were, is up in our control center. So, and literally for the next stop, you will have somebody dispatched to meet you at the next station. As a second safety feature, we also have an intercom at different locations throughout the train at most of the door entrances.
Right.
So you hit that, and they can actually speak to you from the control room live. And if you want to, you can articulate what your concern may be or what assistance you're looking for. So between the two of them, one's silent and one's an auditory type of system. On the platforms, though, we also have phones located down in typically your ticket vending machine area where people buy their tickets, as well as up on the station platform area. Okay, we're heading up right now. We're coming to a stop. We're on the Sky Bridge right now. It's about 123 meters in height.
Wow.
So it's if you went to the very top, you're afraid of heights. It's probably not a good place to be. So here we are, Suzanne. Welcome to Skybridge.
Wow. Amazing. the bridge look the way that it does?
It's not an abnormal bridge. If you look in different parts of the world, and it's comprised of cabling and of course a couple key concrete towers that are very large. If you look up there, kind of makes you a little dizzy looking up there.
Yeah, it does.
About 360 meters in length.
So what kind of maintenance do you have to do on the bridge?
Well, maintenance is ongoing as these trains run back and forth all day long and most all night long. One of the biggest challenges, which is the system runs almost 22 hours a day, back and forth over this bridge and over all the rest of the lines. So you have only a few hours a day to really get in with extensive maintenance. So sometimes if your viewers are taking the train throughout the day, you may also see some people going back and forth. They're inspecting what they call spalls or little scars in the railway lines. They're also looking at, on the far side here, you can see 2 black lines, and that's what actually powers the trains. There's about 600 volts that go through it, so the maintenance on that is always ongoing. And like in any bridge, there's expansion and contraction. So there's always maintenance going on all the time. But in the larger context, it's a wonderfully safe bridge. It's been a very low maintenance bridge. And the region is very fortunate to have something, I think, that is so aesthetically pleasing.
Definitely, yeah, it's beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Doug. This has been really fascinating.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you. I guess we'll hop on the train and go back?
It's time. Put your chariot ready to leave.
Excellent, thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek behind the scenes at SkyTrain. If you've got a question you'd like us to find an expert to answer, give us a call at 604-436-6794 or email us at livableregion@gvrd.bc.ca. I'm Suzanne Hepburn. I'll see you next time.